Hi Libra, this is Tisch Aitken, and this is your monthly astrological report for the month of August 2022. We begin the month with a bang, and we ended the month of July with a bang, because Uranus, the planet of ingenuity, brilliance, chaos, and shock, met up with the north node of karma at 18 degrees of the fixed Earth sign of Taurus, and this occurred on January 31st in your house of death and regeneration, loss, joint resources, debt, and taxes. And the north node of destiny represents the collective destiny and the collective future. So we're all feeling this very chaotic, fated event. With Uranus, expect the unexpected. It's very explosive. It rules technology, social media, and computers. Could be something with, I don't know if it's hacking or if it's something with big stuff with technology. It also can represent earthquakes, metaphoric and literal, and it can bring enlightenment. It can bring things out of the blue. So for you, it could bring financial opportunities out of the blue. That could be very exciting. The north node is where we're meant to go towards, but it is very volatile, and Uranus is very explosive, and so there could be sudden loss. It's just a very frenetic, emphasized time that's going to be big for all of us, and Mars is going to trigger that point on August 1st, and that is a planet of volatility as well. So that adds to kind of crazy tone, although it can be exciting. So I'm not saying it's all negative. And Jupiter, which is the luckiest planet, the planet of abundance and expansion, retrograded on July 28th at 8 degrees and 43 minutes of the cardinal fire sign of Aries. You felt the buildup 5 days before, and you feel it 5 days after. And Jupiter has been expanding and transiting in your house of relationships since May 10th of this year, in the midst of eclipse season. And Jupiter expands wherever it's transiting. Pardon me. It brings new opportunities to meet people. If you're single, it's an excellent relationship cycle. It's great for business, for partnering with others. Again, it opens up many different doors, partnering with yourself and just meeting new people, new friends, etc. You know, with Jupiter retrograding, it exaggerates the characteristics of Jupiter, which is the planet of exaggeration. And I think that's going to exaggerate the unpredictable, zany tone of Uranus and the North Node. And the Sun and Mercury are both transiting in the fixed fire sign of Leo, transiting in your house of friends and groups and networking. The Sun represents ego and identity. It shines wherever it's transiting, and Mercury is communication. Good for meeting people, good for socializing with your friends, good for taking workshops, seeking enlightenment. If you have your own business, excellent for promoting yourself and networking and promoting yourself through social media. Venus, which rules your sign, the planet of love, money, and what you value, is transiting in the cardinal water sign of Cancer through August 11th. And it's transiting in your house of career and life direction. So this is good for promoting yourself, good for marketing, good for sales, and good for making a good impression. So we begin the month, and on August 1st, Mars meets up with Uranus, and this is in your house of death and rebirth, as well as money and debt and investments. And so dealing with unexpected twists and turns, but people could be very worked up and angry with that energy. So know that there again is definitely a volatility. Can be an excitement, there will be an excitement, but we'll see how that goes. On August 2nd, Venus, which rules your sign, is a positive aspect to Uranus. That brings unexpected opportunities to for financial and professional opportunities for you. It's very creative and inventive energy. On August 4th, Mercury, the planet of thoughts and ideas, enters the mutable Earth sign of Virgo, where it will be through August 25th, transiting in your house of dreams and the subconscious mind. This is excellent for doing manifesting work, for journaling, for doing affirmations and manifestation. You might get very vivid dreams during that time. On August 7th, Venus forms a beautiful aspect to Neptune, which is the higher octave of Venus, and that's very creative and romantic energy, and it's good for work opportunities for you. But on that date, Mars squares Saturn, and that could feel like a roadblock, and it could be difficult financially for you, conceivably. So there could be delays, but tap into the creative and romantic and imaginative energy of Venus and Neptune in harmony. On August 8th, the Sun forms a positive aspect to Chiron, the wounded healer, and this is good for healing issues around partnerships for you. But in the same vein, late on August 8th Pacific Daylight Time and early on August 9th Eastern Daylight Time, Venus forms an opposition to Pluto, the planet of death and regeneration. That could bring endings professionally, conceivably for you, could bring big power plays, and could be issues with family or relatives or real estate. So that's a heavy energy, not an easy one, very dramatic. August 11th is a really busy day. The Sun squares Uranus. That brings inventive energy, could be a little anxious, a lot going on. Venus enters the fixed fire sign of Leo, where it will be through September 5th, transiting in your house of friends, groups, and community. Excellent for your social life, excellent for meeting new people. If you're looking to take workshops for enlightenment or do a retreat of some sort, that would be nice. Again, if you're trying to promote your own business or looking for employment, great for networking, partnering with others, and making connections. Let's see here. And then I just lost my train of thought. Oh, and then Mars forms a helpful aspect to Neptune, good for taking creative action. There is a full moon that occurs at 9:36 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time at 19 degrees and 21 minutes of the fixed air sign of Aquarius. And this is going to be in your house of creativity, romance, and love affairs. And for you, this could be a culmination. Maybe it's a manifestation. You've been dating somebody and it takes another form. Saturn entered 19 degrees of Aquarius on early March of this year, and it'll exceed that degree in the beginning of December. So kind of reframing what you've been working on. Saturn wants you to focus on your love life, but also on what makes your heart happy, on your creativity and self-expression, and on finding joy in a very difficult time. And it's been in this sector of your chart since December 20th of 2020. Now this full moon is setting off where it's been since the late winter of this year. And so releasing the blocks to build that area of your life. On August 14th, the Sun opposes Saturn. That could bring delays or challenges with friendships or with groups, but you could just feel very drained from that energy. It could be a turning point where you need to make a decision. On August 16th, there's very inventive and ingenious energy. Mercury, the planet of communication, forms a beautiful aspect to Uranus, which is the higher octave of Mercury, the planet of brilliance and invention. And that is good for you for really tapping into your dreams manifesting, promoting yourself, and being creative. On August 18th, the two benefics of the zodiac are in harmony. Venus, the planet of love, money, and what you value, forms a beautiful trine to Jupiter, the luckiest planet. And a trine is when two planets are 120 degrees apart, and it's a flow of energy. It's a very lucky synergy of the planets. And for you, Jupiter's transiting in your house of relationships. So this could bring romantic and social opportunities. Venus rules your sign, feeling good, very lovely energy. August 20th is a headline day of the month. Mars, the planet of action and passion and how you get things done, enters the mutable air sign of Gemini, where it will remain until March 26th. And the whole time it's going to be transiting in your house of promotion and belief systems and hope and teaching and higher learning and travel and optimism. It's going to retrograde on October 30th at 25 degrees and 37 minutes of the sign of Gemini. It will station direct on January 12th at 8 degrees and 8 minutes of Gemini. And it will remain in this sector through March 26th. Not only that, but Mars will be out of bounds from October 22nd through May 4th, which is a long time. And it means that it exceeds the sun's outer limits and does not play by the rules. So a lot of Mars and fiery energy. But for you, it's really about learning and gathering information and taking workshops or seeking adventure, maybe learning about different belief systems and just trying to do more manifestation, however that is for you. There's so many ways to manifest, but a lot around learning, promoting yourself, publicizing yourself, particularly if you have your own business, but also so much around learning. And Mars in Gemini is also very driven by learning, because Mercury, which is the planet of information, rules the sign of Gemini. So that's where, for all of us, the best source of action is through educating ourselves with Mars and Gemini. It's tough to make decisions, and you're not necessarily known for being great at that either, but there will be a lot of choices and a lot of opportunity for you to learn. Do not launch something new when Mars is retrograde, which it will be from October 30th through January 12th, but do focus on what you can learn and teach and expand, how you can expand. On August 21st, Mercury opposes Neptune, and there could be issues with work conceivably or misunderstandings at work. On August 22nd, Mercury forms a helpful aspect to Pluto, and that's very empowering and good for professional opportunities conceivably and feeling empowered. And the sun enters the mutable air sign of Virgo, transiting in your house of dreams through September 22nd. And that's a time to get rest and recharge, because you're preparing for your solar return that occurs in the end of September, when you get recharged, and a time of new beginnings. On August 24th, another big day of the month, Uranus, the planet of brilliance and chaos, retrogrades at 18 degrees and 55 minutes of the fixed earth sign of Taurus. We feel the buildup of that 5 days before and 5 days after. That's cause of earthquakes, metaphoric and literal, breakthroughs, chaos, sudden change, surprises. For you, it's in your house of money and death and rebirth. So there could be sudden endings, there could be sudden financial breakthroughs, or maybe news where you need to focus on that area. On August 25th, Mercury, the planet of communication, enters the cardinal air sign of Libra, transiting in your house of friends and groups, where it will be through September 23rd. excellent for networking in every capacity. On August 26th, Venus squares Uranus, and that can bring chaos, that can be exciting, it can be a bit challenging. It is inventive energy. With Uranus, expect the unexpected. On August 27th, there is a new moon that occurs at 4:17 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time at 4 degrees and 4 minutes of the mutable Earth sign of Virgo. And it occurs in your house of dreams and spirituality. And this is where you want to really tap into your dreams, do the law of abundance, set new intentions, and plant new seeds. And that's excellent energy for doing so, really working with your dreams. On that day, the sun squares Mars, so there could be a bit of a combative energy, good for fueling yourself to get work done. On August 28th, Venus opposes Saturn, and that could be challenges, that could bring challenges with friendships or romantic partnerships. There could be breakups with that energy. On August 29th, the North Node of Destiny sets off Chiron, the wounded healer, and that brings opportunity, fated opportunity to heal the wounds. And for you, Chiron's transiting in your house of relationships and partnerships, healing around relationships. I wish you a lot of luck, Libra. Thank you very much.